Studio po natin si RJ Russell and si Kevin Russell. Amerikano po sila at magkapatid po sila. And nirereklamo nila, Idol, ang kanyang karelasyon dahil siya ay niloko nito. Nakuhanan daw po siya ng 25 million pesos.
You're from the U.S.?
Yes.
Which part of the U.S. are you from?
Texas.
Dallas.
Texas and Dallas. Okay. Gusto mo mag-English?
Next time, sir.
Nosebleed, huh?
Nosebleed.
We're also watching our show.
I was going to bring you tissue, but I forgot.
Her name is Cherie.
Cherie.
Yeah, she's single. Napatawa siya. Sinong gwapo sa kanilang dalawa?
Ay, ito.
Okay.
Put me on blast like that.
All right. So, RJ, you're the boyfriend of Adora. Used to be the boyfriend.
Yes.
Okay. What can we do for you, sir?
The backstory is basically that I met her in Kuwait. We spent 2 years together.
Okay.
And then I got another job in a country where she could not join me. So,
and which country was this?
Afghanistan.
Okay. All right. I know the reason why she didn't join you. Anyway,
exactly. Yeah. So at that point, I wanted her to go back to her family. To be with her kids because she's in a family situation where she had 2 sisters and her Lola, or her mother, and her mother was basically taking care of 9 kids from all 3 sisters alone because all 3 sisters were OFWs, and it was kind of overwhelming. So I wanted Adora to go back and be with her kids, and I wanted to give her basically, you know, a way to support herself.
Okay.
So I decided to fund a Sari Sari store for her in Kabala Union.
In La Union.
Exactly.
Okay.
So also at the same time, she told me about this great deal for a farm where it was like 2.75 million. And, you know, we started talking about
farmland.
Farmland, exactly.
Okay.
9-hectare farm.
9 hectares.
Yes.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
So, and apparently we were getting a great deal on it. It's 27 pesos per square meter.
So how much is that in total?
2.75 million. So the initial funds that I sent her was 120,000 US dollars.
That's more than 5 million pesos.
Well, it covers the farm, it covers the Sari Star store, the inventory, everything she needed to do to operate her business, and you know, take advantage of any other opportunities that we saw. The problem is that, and I didn't learn this until maybe this month, that farm purchase never existed. So she didn't buy the farm.
She never purchased the farm. She didn't really buy the farm.
Never bought it.
So she pocketed all the money.
Exactly. But the big question is what happened to that money.
Exactly.
Because she's begging me, like, before I'm sending the money, I'm sending it on time. It's normal and everything. And she wants, send me in advance. Send me 500,000. Send me something. And I say, I can't do that because it's all in the same pool. And I need to send all of it to her together.
But were you able to ask her, what did you do with the 100,000 US dollars?
I've been trying for a long time, and I get nothing but... She told me birthday parties is what she's told me. With all the money that I've sent her, this
birthday parties, 100,000 US dollars.
Oh, there's a lot more money. There's a lot more money beyond that.
Total.
25 million.
25 million.
Because so that is like 500,000 US.
Yes, over 500. It's 510,000 US dollars.
Let's do an accounting. 100,000 US was for farmland.
120,000.
120,000
Yes.
farmland in Sari Sari store.
Exactly.
What happened to the 400,000?
This was 4 years. I was in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
She was in Kabah. And when I come home, I look around and I say, okay, it would be nice to have this property. It's adjacent to something else we own. And I said, okay, it would be nice to have this one also, because imagine what we can do with this in the future.
Right.
So every time I come home, I'm strategically looking for, you know, properties that we can get around other properties that we own. And we're talking together about this every single day. And she's like, yeah, you know, going right along with my dream. But secretly, she's got her own ideas. She's got her own plan for these funds. And I've been unable to figure out what the truth is, because she's really a compulsive liar. A lot of things that she said that have just turned out to be not true.
She wasn't able to show you any proof that out of those 25 million, she was able to buy at least one property.
She did get properties. I think out of the 14 or roughly 14 or so, we have about 6. And the rest of them, the money's gone, and we can't figure out where it went.
But she was able to buy at least one property. And which property is that? Where is it located at?
There's 2 locations, 2 barangays.
Okay.
Barangay Sobradillo and a barangay Ghana. We bought a lot of them originally at Sobradillo because they are all where the family house is. You know,
And how many hectares is that?
the family house is very small, so it's just a tiny house maybe.
Well, we can take it back. And then is there any other property that you know that she bought?
Yes, there's 4 to 6 within Sobradillo, but then there's also 2 or 3 other fake ones that never happened.
One of them she transferred to somebody else before all this happened because she knew we were going to come after her.
Well, then we're just going to file a case against her, Staffa.
Okay.
There's so many cases that we can file against her.
Right.
We can go to court.
When I finally come home in May, she's been begging me for a year to come home. You know, quit your job, come home. I want you here. I need you here. All the while.
I forgot to ask you, sir, what do you do?
I'm an IT consultant, basically.
Okay. All right.
So I work on software and things like that. And she wanted me to quit my job, come home and be with her. All the while, I never knew that the money was gone. And why would she ask me to quit my job to come home to be with her?
Right.
If there's no money left, what am I going to do? So we're in this situation. So I eventually come home anyway. It's like a year later. I want to save up more money and secure more funds. So yeah, I agree to it. Around May 13th, I come home. On May 23rd, our house burns down in a fire, and we barely escape it because Adora and I and her 4 kids are in the house. It's 3 a.m. 5 a.m. we had a scheduled plan to go to Manila because we had to take care of a financial transaction, and she didn't have the funds for it. But I didn't know this at the time. She has a pattern of every time that she needs to confront the financial problems, something crazy happens every time. The fire was one. We were going to go take care of a financial transaction at 5 a.m. At 3 a.m. the fire took place. The house burned down.
So she might have intentionally burned the house.
I can't.
The police said that too.
It's speculation.
Okay.
But it's possible, and it's sick if that's what happened. I lost everything. We all lost everything. Our oldest daughter, she has 4 kids. Her oldest daughter lost, like all of her everything she had, all of her documents from school where she won certificates and things like that. Like, we all basically lost our lives like that.
Do you have kids with her?
She has 4 kids of her own. They're not my kids. I've never had kids and never been married.
But you've been supporting her kids.
I've been supporting her kids. I've been taking care of their school and things like that.
You've been
yes.
very kind and generous.
Well, they're great kids. I mean, they're amazing kids, and that's part of why I fell in love with the situation because, this is great. I can definitely do this. I feel like I have something to offer to them.
So she's been taking advantage of your generosity.
Yeah, absolutely.
She knows that you're very kind and very generous.
That is exactly what got me caught up in this because I never expected that she would do that to me after I helped her.
How long has she been doing this?
Or the first time that she did this was the initial farm purchase that we sent to her mother. Actually, we sent the 120,000 funds to her mother. What was that funds for her mother for medical? No, that was for
assistance?
That was for the farm.
For the farm.
Yeah, but for some reason they told me to send it to her mother and not to Adora. So I did that, and that never happened. I don't even know where that money went because she's begging me. She's saying there's the farm seller wants the money right away.
Okay, when did she left? Because she's in hiding right now. Although we were able to talk to her, and she said she's not willing to talk right now, but she is willing to come over tomorrow to have a face-to-face confrontation with you.
Okay.
In here.
Okay.
But
she gets her passport tomorrow, and she's been basically threatening to leave the country before anything happens. And
did you say that?
Yeah, she's also been threatening to call immigration on me and him.
No, don't worry about that. I'll
get us
take care of
deported.
that.
Okay.
That's just a threat. That's an empty threat. There's nothing she really can do about you guys because you're here legit. You're a legit tourist here in the Philippines, right? Is this her?
Yes, that's her.
Is this Adora? You sure?
Yes. Why?
Oh man.
Bucket.
Sir, you're too handsome for this.
Oh no!
No, I'm not flattering you.
No, yeah, but I mean,
Look at this. Okay. Let me see again.
Ano talaga sir eh?
Baka nagkamali na ko. I might be. Oh. Okay, one more time. She's still in. Look at Mr. Russell and look at this girl. Miles and miles and miles away. Anyways, I'm just trying to make you laugh. I know.
Thank you.
You feel so bad
Yeah.
for what happened to
right.
you. How did she leave you?
She didn't really leave me.
Oh, you're still together right now?
No, I left to come to Manila to talk to you and to get other advice to see, what are my options, because, this is a big crime and I wanted to find out.
It is a crime.
Right.
It is a crime.
Yeah, and I haven't even talked about the qualified theft either, so.
It is qualified theft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had gold and silver coins in the safe.
Silver coins.
Gold and silver.
Gold.
We're talking about $30,000 US of those in the safe. She pawned them off.
Without your permission.
She cleaned out the entire safe.
That is qualified theft.
Exactly.
Right there.
Right
qualified
there.
theft
Yeah.
right there. Have you filed a blotter with the police?
Okay, so I went
with
to the
that?
police the day I came here.
Yeah.
They started asking me strange questions.
Who, the police?
Exactly, because I talked to them about the money I sent, and I told them I sent $120,000 US. And then later they're like, when did you send the 5 million? And I'm like, I didn't tell you 5 million. Adora's number is 5 million. So Adora's talking to the police, and
right.
I'm really intimidated at that point because I don't know how deep that goes. And I'm really worried about it. There were several other things that she talked to me about, or the police talked to me about when I was there, that they actually started taking pictures of me, and they said, if you know of any foreigners running away from crimes in their home country, let us know. We'll capture them.
Who said that?
The police.
That's not the right way to talk to a foreigner who's filing a complaint against someone.
But it's like
he's threatening you in a way.
It was like she was there before me, though, and
so probably
them.
These people, the cops, are in cahoots with your ex-girlfriend Adora Ramos.
Possibly, but it's crazy because
they're probably partners in crimes.
If I even leave the house, there are tricycle drivers who will watch me and tell Adora where I am.
Tricycle drivers were watching you?
Yes. I cannot leave the
your
house.
house?
Exactly. Everyone has eyes on me, and they'll tell Adora. Really, really, really intimidated to be there because I don't know how far they're willing to go.
Okay, well, they're trying to intimidate you. They're trying to threaten you so that you'll give up. You're not going to file a case anymore against her, and you're just going to go home to the U.S.
Right.
That's what they think.
Right.
But with us, on your side, we'll make sure that you're going to get something back.
Excellent.
And she's going to pay for it.
Okay.
A crime has really been committed.
Right.
And that's qualified theft and some more.
Exactly.
We still have to talk to some lawyer to see what other cases we can file against her.
Okay.
And against those people involved. Probably some policemen might be into it.
Right.
Trying to help her and try to get more money from you. And probably, you said those tricycle guys and some guys were casing your house. Maybe those are assets of the police that are in cahoots with her, trying to intimidate you. And it's not going to happen with us now here.
Okay.
For you. We're going to let the police, our friends, to make sure that you'll be taken care of, that nothing's going to happen to you.
Okay.
And we're going to give you a number. If there's any problem, just let us know, and we'll be there. We'll call the cops, our cops, to protect you.
Okay, great.
Make sure nothing's happened to you.
Well, and the key is that don't allow her to escape the country. She gets her passport tomorrow, and she's planning to go as an OFW.
She said that? She's going
yeah.
We know she's getting her passport, and we know she's trying to leave tomorrow.
Granting that she's able to leave tomorrow, because right now there's no way that we can stop her from leaving, because there's no case has been filed yet in court.
Okay.
So the only way to stop her from getting out of the country is when the court issued an order to the immigration. It's what we call whole departure order. But only the court can do that.
Okay.
Although we can call the immigration and tell the immigration to watch for this person. On the other hand, we can file a case against her in absentia. Then she gets a warrant, and her extradition treaty is what we call that. Right.
I don't know if I've covered this or not, but about 10 weeks after the fire, we sat there just kind of waiting to get our IDs back. I walked out of the house barefoot. The kids walked
Your
out.
IDs, who took your IDs?
It burned in the fire. I lost my
okay.
passport. I lost my birth certificate. I lost every documentation I had. We lost cash in the fire. We lost clothes. I walked out barefoot. Kids walked out barefoot.
Have you talked to the authorities who's doing the investigation as to what has been the result of the investigation?
So far, they're saying it's an electrical fire. Wiring blew up and just started.
They didn't say it.
Naturally combusted the fire.
Didn't say it was arson.
No,
It didn't seem like they investigated it too deep.
They did not spend a lot
But
of
what
time
made
on
you
it.
suspicious that it was an electrical fire, that something odd really happened?
So there are a history of incidents with me trying to, because she had all my money, right? She had, probably a couple of $100,000, or she was supposed to have a couple of $100,000 in the bank. In a separate account, she had 3.9 million pesos also. All the money that I've sent her. Well, at a certain point, I've been buying business assets so that I can smoothly transition into life in the Philippines and still have an income. I don't want to come here without any kind of income. So part of that was I needed to send her back part of the money so that I could pay that bill. And every single time that happened, she faked something. The PLDT connection is down nationwide, so no banks are able to send wires. The second time, she blamed one of her friends for, stealing the money, running away to Boracay without her family with a boyfriend. And
she has a boyfriend.
No, this is her friend who works at a bank.
Okay, all right.
And she was saying that's why she couldn't send the money, because she stole the money from our AUB account and she ran away.
Okay, before I forget, we're going to ask the authorities who's trying to investigate the fire
Right.
that burned your house,
Right.
To reopen the case, and I'll call some people and let them, investigate it, go deep, and see what really happened.
Right, because that was one of the things too. The morning before the fire, 3 a.m. Is when the fire happened, but 5 a.m. we were supposed to go to Manila to pay the bill, and there was no money in the account. I have some of the account statements now. There's no money. She couldn't pay it. The person who owned the house, because we hadn't fully paid the house yet, we've paid $3 million on it, and we owe $3 million. And the person
You paid the owner of the house $3 million. There's supposed to be an insurance.
That's what we said.
Yeah. Why did you? So there was a double compensation for the owner of the house, because houses are supposed to be insured.
The contract says the
Properties.
buyer is supposed to pay for the insurance.
Exactly. So there must be insurance policy for that.
But Adora
house.
did not pay the insurance. And
okay.
Apparently the
Right.
seller never did either, so there's no insurance money. However, Adora told me that, I proposed a 10-year mortgage. She secretly went and negotiated a 5-year mortgage with the owner because she didn't want to lose the land.
Okay.
And, what happened was I funded a 10-year deal, and she secretly accepted a 5-year deal with the owner. And the payment plans are ridiculous, and she couldn't.
But it is fully paid now.
It's in delinquency. Adora stopped paying in September 2017.
Okay.
So I've got $3 million of my own money in that house.
Okay.
The house burned down, so it's just
been
a lot
foreclosed.
now. It's in the process.
In the process of being foreclosed.
They're ready to take it back over. And
But you already paid three and a
I
half.
paid 3 million pesos to that, and
My goodness. What a
it's
pity. Okay. Where's the face again one more time? There's a saying in Tagalog, mukhang hindi mapapagkatiwalaan. And I'll translate that to you. I'll speak in Tagalog just a minute. Ito po yung mukha na hindi mapagkakatiwalaan. In English, the face that you cannot trust.
We can contact the nearest police station in her area to find her. We can help you to file a case in CIDG. We'll accompany you. We'll also seek legal advice to attorneys. Idol will provide everything